So welcome once again, and we are back with the Courts Heroes Initiative, and we are here with Miss Lisa Jane Ghany of the Down Syndrome Family Network. Lisa, welcome to our initiative. Now, as you have this Down Syndrome Family Network, how did it start? What was the inspiration for you to start this program?
Okay, well, I didn't start the program. Mm-hmm. My partner at the time, his son has Down syndrome, and therefore, we were looking at a lot of different options. At the time, he was about 8 years old, and there wasn't very much happening in Trinidad and Tobago with regards to opportunities for children with Down syndrome, and therefore, I started to do a lot of research and look at things that were happening internationally that probably we could become a part of. And through that, he actually attended a conference in the United States from the National Down Syndrome Congress there. And then when he came back, his eyes were opened. It was like, oh my gosh, kids out there are going to college, they are going to normal schools, they have credit cards, they're doing everything that typical kids do. And so therefore, he got together with a group of parents at the time, and I became part of that group, and we started to, he came up with the name of the organization, and my background is event management, and I'm very involved in sponsorship and organizing things, so that I took over in that aspect to raise awareness and to join up with the network to make sure that that they could
succeed.
Yes.
Okay. Every program, there's always I would call all of them shining stars, but I know that there are always people who would have gone above and beyond, right? Represent their country or do different things. Is there anybody in the organization, any child that would have done?
So we call them self-advocates, and we have about 5 that are like our stars. I mean, there are many more kids, and we are grooming them to also become self-advocates. Right now, I would say our star program really is our mentorship program. And this is one where we've actually gotten corporate Trinidad and Tobago to come on board, and they are now employing persons with Down syndrome. So we have Christy D'Souza, who was the one of the first. She is now at the office of the Prime Minister, and her mentorship turned into an actual contract with the on-the-job trainee program. So she's now doing a 2-year program with Office of the Prime Minister. Then we have Tyrese Niles, who was the first person with Down syndrome from the network who was employed by Aeropost and was given a permanent job that could have been marketed to anybody out there, and he now works in their warehouse, and he's been there for over 3 years, and is fully employed with them. We have another young man, Surya Hussain, who's employed by IMAX, and everybody knows Surya now. He's a real character. He's employed by them, and he works with the cinema, and he does work with the in the theater itself. And we also have a young lady, Kelly Simmons, who just came back very successfully from Abu Dhabi, where she represented Trinidad and Tobago in the equestrian area. And she was employed, she went through a program with the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, and is due to start this week with Scotiabank.
That's really good.
And she's now going to be employed with Scotia. So I get a little goosebump when I tell these stories, because they are really paving the way for other young people to know that they can, they can have a job. They're working for a salary. They'll tell you that they want to spend what they want to spend their money on or what they're saving it up for. Tyrese wants a drop-down car with big wheels.
Wow. Now, lastly, any advice you would give to parents who may have children with Down syndrome? Any advice you would give them in terms of encouragement or things that they could, use, or tools that they could use for them to assist their child to be, better citizens?
Yes, first, believe in your child. Believe that, that anything is possible. And, work with them make sure that you provide that education that they need, insist that they get their human rights, you know, that they have access to education, not in a special school, but in a normal school with other kids where they can learn from their peers. And join the network. Come and join our network and help us to advocate so that other kids could also, you know, enjoy those not benefits or luxuries, but the things that they really are entitled to.
So that was Miss Lisa Jane Ghany, and she is a member of the Down Syndrome Family Network, and she's doing so many different things, so many good things in her community, and she is a nominee for the Courts Heroes Initiative. So see you soon.